Hello and welcome to the Soulful Mamas podcast. You're with your host Maria, and welcome to this very special day. Did you know that today marks the 1 year anniversary of this podcast, of Soulful Mamas? 1 year ago today, I released that, very first episode, and just like that, in the blink of an eye, a year has passed. So it's a little bit surreal, really. But, it's important to mark these occasions and special things that happen, events and timings that happen. So, your beautiful listening ears have enabled this to really be in the world. So I thank you so, so much. You, the listener, joining me on this beautiful journey of listening to other mamas' journeys, their stories, their entry into motherhood, what that looked like, the trials, the challenges, the triumphs, the highs, the lows, all of it. And it's a space where I was hoping that everything had a seat at the table of whatever the emotion, whatever the experience, it was all welcome because it was all valid. And each of our experiences, they may be different, but they're equally as valid and as important. And it's an honor for me to be able to provide a platform where those of you who want to share your voice, who want to share your story, you have a space to do that and to truly be heard and listened to. And, in future, your children may even listen to these words as well. So it's been really amazing for me to be able to just be in this space with you all. It's absolutely incredible. And I love also sharing my little Maria's Musings episodes where I love to talk about the wheel of the year and astrology and energy and all those sorts of wonderful things. And I appreciate you being present and participating in those conversations too, because it's something that I am super curious about, interested in, and it really does, light me up. And it's nice to know that others also enjoy learning about and exploring these topics. So next year I'm going to be continuing. I will have a few weeks off to have some time with the family. But I will be returning in the new year, probably midway through January, and more of the same, really. Maria's Musings and providing a space for mamas to share their stories. So if you've been listening and it's sort of a seed has been planted and you're curious about maybe what would that look like if I shared my story, then you are welcome. I would love to have you just get in touch with me, and it's just a chat. It's just two mamas chatting. It's all it is. That happens to go out into the ether, but it's very relaxed, very informal, and I have no shoulding on what should be said and shouldn't be said. It's your story. So I'm just holding that space for that. So if you're interested, do get in touch, or maybe you know of somebody that might be. I'd love to hear from you people that would like to come on the podcast. You'd be so welcome. And also for the Maria's Musing themes, if there's something in particular that you really would like me to explore it or expand on more, then please let me know that as well. Because I'm very open to bringing what aligns and what's resonating for each of you. So yeah, let me know. So I would love it if you would give me some feedback from after this episode. This is your homework. Not that you want homework at the very end of the year. No, but just if you haven't subscribed, please do. And if you think this might resonate with somebody, then please share it or just suggest it to someone else to listen to. It might be some really fun holiday listening while you're wherever you are over this time. It's not always that easy being like the very small fish in the big pond, and it's hard for people to find the podcast, as I've been told. So the more the algorithm can boost it up and that happens by people sharing, commenting, all of those things. And you're probably like me, you're not the best lover of the social media and all of that. I get it. I absolutely get it. But these conversations and giving them voice and putting them out in the world is so powerful, so beautiful, and so necessary. And it's wholesome listening compared to other areas which doesn't make us feel so good always when we're listening to other things. So it's just an opportunity for each of us to find that, what feels true and right and good. And when I reflect on the year, all these beautiful women sharing their stories, and they're each unique and individual, but at the same time, there are common threads of, the similarities with experience, because regardless of which pocket of the world you gave birth in or what your family dynamic is, the actual process of that woman going from maiden, pregnancy, and then birthing a child, and then also birthing themselves and you as a mother, this is what every single one of us goes through. And the journey may look slightly different, but I can see so many commonalities in these experiences. And often we can see disempowerment. We can see postpartum depression, anxiety, loneliness, helplessness. That is common across all sectors of life, of humanity, really. That the holding of the mother, that new mother coming into her, crossing this threshold, sometimes it's held and captured so beautifully, and other times it is not at all. And if you listen back over the different episodes, you too may have noticed that common thread. And that my last episode with Lynley, she is working on bringing birth stories into life, and so she holds that space for women to do that. So the work she's doing is super potent, so powerful, and she did mention in the episode looking for volunteers as she's really up-leveling and upskilling and becoming an apprentice in this area. She is looking for mothers to work with. So have another listen to last week's episode and get in touch with her, because this is such a great opportunity. My children are nearly 15 and 12, and I've done a lot of this work and been through this process, but I know for sure if what she offers was available when my children were very, very, very young, this would have been such a gift for me. So I'm just speaking this out there right now. Maybe Gift yourself this opportunity to work with her, because I'm telling you, you're not going to regret it. Yeah. And yeah, over this break period that I'm having, obviously, 2 or 3 weeks, I won't be releasing any episodes, and I can't make promises I can't keep, so therefore I'm not going to say I'm going to do consistent reminders of other episodes to listen to. But what I will say is that if you haven't listened to all of the episodes, go and have a listen to some of the other mums and their stories, because they're really heartfelt. And at the end I always ask each mama what they do to keep their soul full, and I do that for several reasons. It's the name of the podcast, but it's about bringing them, but also me and also you, the listener, into that space of focusing on the magic and the beauty and the wonder and the things that actually do truly light you up and keep your soul full. Because there is so much evidence out there in the world of all the things and all the reasons why one should be sad, mad, unhappy, all of that right now. And that is true in one reality. But if we choose just to change our focus, just even 1 degree, just shift it over to that slight different trajectory, we will be able to notice the beauty, the goodness, the hope, the true loving essence of our fellow humans, which is our birthright. And we can see more of that. And when we strive to be in that, walk in that reality, with this whole keeping your soul full, doing what truly lights you up and keeps you in a space of joy and flow and fun. And it doesn't mean that bumps along the way don't happen, because they do. But generally, we can navigate them with a little bit more grace and ease, and without it really derailing us. So we get to choose. We get to choose where we are placing our energy, where we're placing our thoughts, and therefore the words we use, the actions we take. We choose. We get to choose that. And, as we're going into this beautiful festive season, in whichever way you celebrate, solstice, which I'll speak to in a minute, Christmas, Hanukkah, focus on maybe it's New Year's for you, whatever that is. There's no right or wrong. But collectively, as a collective, human collective, worldwide collective, we can feel at this time of the year, it's a busy time. And it has all of the emotions, the excitement, the joy, the happiness, the wonder, the magic, but there's also the despair, the sense of loss and grief and sadness, and all of those things are present, and they're more heightened in these times. Again, what you do with your family and how you do that is true and right and perfect for you. And I've been speaking about, over the last little while, bringing presence before Christmas, this sense of being, this sense of presence. And I was inviting you to look at it through the lens of week 1, the mineral kingdom, week 2, the plant kingdom, week 3, the animal kingdom, and then this weekend, this Sunday, focusing on the human realm, so our fellow humans. Because right now, at this really, really busy point of trying to wind things up. School's finishing, work's finishing, people are taking holidays, companies and businesses are shutting down for a break, which means if you need, your fridge fixed or something, it's most likely not going to happen. There's a bit of frenetic energy going on because there's this sense of trying to get things done, a completion before a new beginning. And yeah, it can feel a bit overwhelming, right? It can feel a bit, but if we can focus, and if we're looking at this weekend in the human realm, if we can take a breath or two or 10 and get curious and notice what is happening to those and for those around us, and they too are feeling overwhelmed or exhausted or underappreciated or overappreciated, who knows? If we can stop to notice that for one another, again, that just helps that collective busy energy happening to settle into something a little bit more harmonious. It feels a bit softer. So that's where that focus on looking at our fellow humans comes to. And then also this weekend, tomorrow, December the 21st, is the solstice. So for us down in the southern hemisphere, it's summer solstice, longest day, shortest night. And for those of you in the north, it is your winter solstice. So it's actually your shortest day, longest night. I have done an episode on each of these specifically, winter solstice and summer solstice. So if you want to know a little bit more, go back and listen to each of those, regardless of the hemisphere you're in, because it will align, obviously, which one you choose. So I won't go into it in too much depth right now. But what I do feel called to share a little bit about is solstice translates to sun stands still. And what I am feeling and sensing for this time is, even though we as a world and our two hemispheres have got complete opposites going on, longest day, shortest day, we are still it's still one. It's still part of our one planet. And at this point, tomorrow, the 21st, it comes to a standstill, that movement of the sun. So for us down here in the south, we're not going to get any more sunlight hours, daylight, after this day. It's slowly going to tilt back the other way. And you in the north are going to slowly start to receive more light. But both are going to experience the extremes of the season, to where the heat of summer is yet to come for us, and the cold of winter is yet to come for you in the north. But at this point, on this day, where the sun stands still, it's giving us this message of stillness. And I love to talk about these things, so I'm going to bring this to you as an invitation to work with the energy of the solstice right now. In this stillness, stand still, and in that, it's an opportunity to take a sacred pause. How wonderful, as a collective, a worldwide collective, to take a breath, a sacred pause, and allow a moment or two to reflect, to contemplate, to allow clarity to come through. Allow the whispers of your own inner knowing, of your own intuition to speak to you of what the next 6 months are going to possibly look like. So from solstice to solstice. And this is how I work. I work from solstice to solstice, but in between that, it's equinox to equinox. So the wheel of the year really holds me in where I'm at with myself, with Mother Earth, with the cosmos, because it's a truth that I can actually experience and know and feel. And this is why our ancient ancestors all over the world, in every pocket of the world, honoured these solstice times, and they built monuments to even recognise them. For example, Stonehenge and so many more. And it's a time of ritual, of ceremony, of coming together, of community. And it's a time when, their structures were created in a way where the light would come through from the solstice or maybe the equinox. Their technology enabled to so accurately create these structures is incredible. So this is timeless. It goes way, way, way back. And for me, it's a feeling, it's a knowing, it's a deep knowing of it feels right and true for me to follow these cycles, rhythms, cycles. And we are rhythmic beings, cyclical beings. And so using the wheel of the year really truly makes sense to me. And when I work with other people, this is what I bring in as well. So yeah, if you're curious about that and being held in a space where you can work through a segment of the year, maybe 3 months or 6 months, do get in touch with me, because I'll be opening that up again in the new year, sometime in January. So I'm just planting a seed now. If you're curious about working one-on-one with me, and we can work through what working with the wheel of the year, rhythm cycles, all of that looks like, get in touch. It's something I really deeply love to do. But the capacity for one-on-one, I only have a couple of spaces, so it's something that just let me know. So in this solstice portal that we're in, so it is right now, it's the sort of a day or even a couple of days leading into the solstice, and then the day or two afterwards are going to be, we'll feel the energy. And at each of these points, it's when that the veil is thin and the connection between us and beyond it feels closer, because there's a thinning of the veil and that energy comes in. It's like whatever words you want to give it. I don't want to put labels on it, because it will speak to you in your own way. But that consciousness, source energy, creator energy, definitely that Christ consciousness energy. And you can start to see, the more you work with this, you can start to see the parallels between some of the traditions and festivals and celebrations that we have today, and the terminology, the languaging, the traditions around it. You can see when you go back and then you come forward, and you can kind of see how they've overlapped a little bit and how that's happened. But essentially that Christ conscious energy is not attached to, it's not a religious thing, it's a energetic, it's like pure light energy. That the capacity for that to come in stronger now it's really open, it's available to us. So to access this, The sun standing still is an example of the stillness, the sacred pause. So perfect time to meditate, perfect time just to be, just sitting in silence maybe, or just mindfully drinking your cup of tea, being out in nature, barefoot if possible, just connect with the elements. And, our Mother Earth, our Gaia, Papatūānuku, she experiences this influx of cosmic light energy. And it's an opportunity for her too to be with this and up-level herself and to experience that new frequency, that new vibration. And her invitation to us is that you, my children, may do this too. So imagine a collective sacred pause where we can have a bit of a recalibration and choose to move forward in our own true resonance, in our own truth, or our own authentic expression. And it may look different to somebody else's, and that's okay, because we each are on our path of evolution and expansion. But if we are true to ourselves and we're coming from a place of love and compassion and gratitude, wonder, or if we try and make that our home base, we will wobble, yes, but trying to come back to that sense of truth, and each of us are doing the same. Can you imagine the world? It'll be so harmonious, and we're just forever moving and evolving and expanding and supporting, and it'll be amazing. So, but it starts with ourselves. It starts with us. It starts with you, yourself. And I know you're probably nodding your head and looking at the time saying, do you have any idea of how many things I need to do? I need to make this, do that, wrap that, drive there, all the things. I get it. I absolutely get it. But you can't tell me that you can't find 5 minutes in a day, 5 minutes within this weekend period that you can just stop to feel into that sacred pause, that sun standing still, that solstice, and allow that energy, that cosmic energy coming through right now, allow it to land. Allow it. You don't have to overthink it or know too much about it. You can just be in it, just with the intention of, I'm just going to give myself 5 minutes just to sit and relax without having to do anything. My phone is off, my to-do list is far, far away, and I am just in this space. And, 5 minutes, more than that would be obviously fantastic, but 5 minutes is a start. It's something. And from there, hopefully you can feel a sense of a bit more presence, a bit more calm, maybe clarity, maybe insights. Might be handy to have your journal nearby when you choose to have those still points so that you can jot down any thoughts and feelings that may pop up. And if they don't, that's okay too. It's just giving yourself this gift in this very, very notoriously busy time of the year. And I hummed and hawed about offering what I'm about to offer because, again, of the busyness of this time of the year. But I am going on Sunday, the 22nd, at 9 o'clock New Zealand time in the evening. I'm going to be sharing a distance Reiki healing for all, whoever wants to join in. So it's not a Zoom thing. It's not a here's the link and join in. It's not a thing where you're going to get reminders. I'm just sharing with you now. 9 o'clock in the evening on 22nd of December, Sunday night, I will be offering a shared healing. And that's, you just have to let me know if you just comment after this that you want to be included in it. I'll just make sure that your name is in my awareness and consciousness when I am sending this out. But also, you may want to join me in also providing that distance healing if you're a Reiki attuned person or have your own energy practice, or you may want to use that time to meditate or be in stillness. So 9 p.m. Sunday night, and just be in stillness, be in meditation, and if you really need to receive, then you just let me know. Just pop your name down in the comments or email me, or you'll find the way of getting hold of me. And just, you don't have to give me any crazy details. It's just so your name can drop in when I am sharing that, rippling it out into the world. So I just thought that's another way of helping us take that sacred pause, give ourselves that space to expand into and receive that energy that is there and wanting to share with us. Okay, now I think that's enough of my little download for now. Have a beautiful festive season, everybody, in whichever way you celebrate. Sending you all so much love, so much gratitude. I can't tell you how much it means to me for you tuning in and listening to me, and your feedback means so much. It really helps me know if I'm on track or not. And on those days when I'm pretty tired and I don't want to keep going, it motivates me to, like, yes, it's actually landing for people, and this is my way of contributing. So yeah, appreciate you so much. Please make sure that you have the most soul-filling summer or winter solstice, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever it is that you're doing. If you're on holiday, enjoy, have fun. Just truly drop into play and fun and play with your children. But also make sure you've got space for yourself too. If you want to read that book, you read the book. If you feel like going for a walk, you go for the walk. Just do the things that are going to fill you up, because the holiday is meant to be restful for your children, but also you. Don't forget about you in this equation as well. Okay, so much love, and I will see you again soon.